All right, welcome back. Our tweet of the night. It was a big night on the PGA Tour, the World Golf Hall of Fame, an emotional night for Tiger Woods. His daughter presented him, and that takes place always before the Players' Championship. So while we're on that, Chris, real quick, who do you like? There are a lot of guys. This has been the last year and a half of first-time winners on tour. You can make a case for a lot of guys. I've watched it. I like Patrick Cantlay. I've been riding Hovland. I'm going to go for Matthew Fitzpatrick this week. He's been really close. Top 10s, I think it's his week to crack through.
I mean, should I just troll you and take Hovland since you didn't do it? Because I always say that you pick Hovland. Man, this is a tough one for me because it has been such an unpredictable year. I'll go with the guy that I think strikes the ball week in and week out. It always seems like he's just striking it beautifully, and then something goes awry and it doesn't work out. How about I just go with, I know this is not me going way off the board here for people. How about just Rory? I'll go with Rory. He just hits the crap out of the ball. I know, he hits it so well. That swing is so good. It's one of those deals where you just think to yourself, he's way too good not to start putting together a run where he looks like the best golfer on the planet.
Yeah, and I'm still waiting for Ricky Fowler and people like that. It's hard. It's very hard to win on that tour. Let's go to the lines. We have a lot to get into, but we'll start with Guy in Ligonier. What's up, Guy? How are you?
Hey, love the show, guys. Got a question for you. Why don't we go get Bobby Wagner and get a real linebacker to help this team out?
I would. I'm sure there are going to be a lot of teams that may like that. The guy is, man, 7, 8 years of all-pro status. It's funny how he and Wilson go on the same day. I mean, who would have thought that was going to happen, Chris? But if there's a will and a way to do it, I would. I absolutely would. How about you?
All right, well, two things. I mean, what is the money? What's it cost? What does Bobby Wagner want? I mean, he's 1 year removed from being a 5 straight All-Pro, first-team All-Pro. He's a second-team All-Pro this year. Here's the other thing. John Clayton brought this up with us. They play a 4-3 scheme. I know everybody doesn't play their base defense that often in the NFL, but he was a weak side backer in a 4-3 scheme. Now, he's obviously going to be a first-ballot Hall of Famer right now. Like, if his career ended today, first-ballot Hall of Famer. That's how good he's been. So I assume he can adjust to playing inside backer, but there is an adjustment there, and do you want to pay a premium price for that kind of switch?
Yes, my answer would be yes. I'm going by talent and his ability to adjust to things. And like you said,
he's going to be 32.
I know. But I think if you're trying to do something this year, that would make sense. Money will come into play because they have other things they got to get into. All right, let's go out to Dan, who joins us in Vandergrift. Hey, Dan.
Bob, the hair's looking awesome today.
Thanks, Dan.
Hey,
what about me, Dan? Why don't you say anything about my hair, Dan? Doesn't my hair look good?
Yeah, the stubble looks good.
Hey, you wear it well, that look. You do, Chris. Not everybody can do that.
Hey, the question is, that Desmond Ridder, he's Cincinnati Bearcats, and they look good this year. Why is nobody paying attention to him? I think he looked better than Kenny Pickett did.
No, they are paying attention to him, but as Chris said, he has some things that need to be worked out. Pickett was really good in all facets of his game. Now, he stayed around, and he benefited by that extra year. Ridder has so much talent. He's mobile, but he has been inaccurate. But he's an intriguing guy, and if I could somehow be in a position to get him, I don't think I'd shy away from that.
No, I mean, Pickett, and Willis, the intangibles people talk about with the makeup and the leadership qualities, all three of those guys, it's not a big talent year maybe for the position, but all three of those guys are off the charts in that regard. Corral, for that matter, as well. I love Ridder as a second-round player. I mean, there's a school of thought. Pony has argued this with me, that if you really love Ridder, try to trade back into the first round at like pick 31 or 32, because if you really think he's your guy, you actually want that 5th year for some cost certainty if the guy explodes, right? Or if there's a little bit of ambiguity about what your future with him is going to be. I'd say if he's there, though, in the second round, you have to think about pouncing, because the talent at second round level is pretty good. The one thing quickly, Bob, if he drops to the second round and he's starting to linger there around pick 40, do you wonder what all the other teams are seeing or not seeing that's making them not take him?
Well, I wonder what already, a lot of the move by what I saw Washington do today made me really wonder about what they think of this quarterback class. Because at 11, they were most likely, if you look at the needs of teams up there, not many are going to pick quarterback. They have other needs. I thought Washington was in a position to get one of these guys, and by making a trade for Carson Wentz made me either think, number one, that they really think Wentz is better than what he's been, or number two, that they have soured on this quarterback class, and if that's their top need, they decided to go out and take care of it before they ever picked.
Well, Washington's one of the worst 3 franchises in the NFL, for one thing, so I wouldn't necessarily just assume that what they do is smart. I think Wentz is trash. His teammates can't stand him. That's been the case in 2 different stops. He didn't even have bad numbers, as you pointed out this year, counting statistics, and they were 1 win away from still making the playoffs. He completely craters in that game, and then they want to get rid of him. Think about the accrued bad blood that had to have been going on and building up behind the scenes for that one Jacksonville game to just obviously be a break for him. I think he's going to be horrible in Washington, and I think they made a mistake trading for him.
And this was with Frank Reich as his head coach, a guy who liked him and was one of the big reasons why they acquired him in the first place from Philadelphia. Back to the lines we go. We got Vic in Cannonsburg. Hey, Vic, what's up?
Hi, guys. How are you tonight?
Good, thanks.
First thing, I'm a golfer. I think I'll take Hovland at the tournament players.
He'll win this week. I jumped off
Bob
the bandwagon.
Pompeani forget-me-not pick right there, Vic.
Hey, the real thing I've had on my mind for a long time is Derek Watt. This guy is a mad dog on special teams. What does he play? 3-4 series at fullback on offense?
Not enough.
We need to unload our
More like 3 or 4 snaps, Vic.
Yeah, I think we need to unload our current inside linebacker and start training him up and put him where he belongs with his brother.
No, that's not going to happen. But it makes you, this whole salary with him, there's no doubt he's very good at what he does on special teams. He's a captain. He's always down there. He's making plays. He did a lot this year. But you don't pay a special teams guy $3.5 million, which is why when they did it, Chris, I thought for sure they had a role for him besides special teams, and it really hasn't developed.
What do they think he is, like Miles Jack or Owen Marisic? Remember those 2 guys from the Pac-12 that were supposed to be two-way players at the NFL level, especially Marisic? If you can't play fullback and get on the field, goodbye. Yeah, just cut him loose.
We got to take a break. We have more calls on the way. We're also going to talk about basketball when we come back. Some interesting developments there. We'll continue right here. It's the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call, Pittsburgh CW, and 93.7 The Fan.